So we're going to begin standing. We'll roll out the feet, and I will do my announcements as we're working. So you'll want to unfold your blanket if you're in the room. Place the dowel on the blanket just so it doesn't slide around too much. So, as I mentioned before I turn my microphone on, I won't be here next week. I will be teaching again this class on August 19th. So next week I am away. I have on my YouTube page, so you can get to the YouTube page from my website. The classes drop-down menu, class library. There is a link there. I have not built out my class library yet. That is for the future. So I have added some free classes to the YouTube page. You'll find the link on my website. There are now 3 mat-based classes, 2 chair-based classes, and 2 muscle mending classes. And if this class is successful, then I'll add this class as well. So you have access to it. Yeah. Nope, it's all free. It's just on YouTube. Yeah, if you go to YouTube and search New Moon Mindful Movement, you'll find it. Or if you go through the steps, I will, let me write myself a note. I'm working on an email to send out to everyone, and I will add it to the email. And if I don't write a note, I will absolutely forget. Please switch sides if you haven't already done so. Hours for your small group practice. Is that on your website? Yes. Yes, but you can't sign up on the website because I kind of maintain strict control over when people can come. And some of the sessions have become pretty popular. I do have sessions that have space, and I have like 2 sessions that there's no one in them yet. They're just empty. And my hope is that as more people sign up, then I'm going to get someone, Sasha, to get her personal training so that we can add some more sessions as well. Sasha has been, for those of you who don't know, let's grab the dowel. Sasha was a student at East Meets West. She went through East Meets West teacher training. She was a teacher at East Meets West for years, and then has started to lift weights with me in September. Oh, November? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So holding on to the dowel pretty loosely, you're just going to lift and lower the arms. As you feel comfortable, allow the hands to slide apart so that you can move the dowel a little further back, perhaps bringing it all the way down behind the back. You don't have to, it's just an option. Yeah, and you may want the hands quite wide for that. So just giving yourself an opportunity, not yet, to feel the stretch. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to find some muscular contraction through the belly. So we're trying to contain the back bend. As the arms lift, the ribs draw down. It's going to limit your range a little bit. And you may start to experience more sensation through the arms. But we are beginning to isolate the movement in the shoulders as opposed to adding the movement, the compensation through the spine. Good. Bring the dowel down. Slide the hands a little bit closer together. Take a few shoulder circles here. First in one direction and then in the other direction. Again, just allowing things to move, not worrying yet about containing. Good. Reversing the direction if you haven't already done so. Good. And then pause. You're going to grip the dowel with a little bit more effort. Start to pull the hands apart. They don't actually move, but you feel that in the arms. As the hands pull apart, the elbows move in. The elbows kind of squeeze in. Now you're going to lift and lower the arms here. Try to keep the elbows straight. Your range is now limited because of the placement of the hands. And let's start to add that effort through the front body, drawing the ribs down, trying not to compensate through the spine. And you may notice that as you start to find the effort through the belly, you feel a little more effort through the legs and through the glutes. There's this co-contraction. Good. You're going to lift the arms above the head and pause. Start to pull with your left hand, tip to the left. Good. Yep. And now find the resistance with the right hand without coming back up. So you're increasing the effort on the right with the right arm. Good. And now come back up. We're going to switch sides. Pull with the right hand and then resist with the left. Can you feel the contraction on left side? Good. And now come back up. We're going to do it again, but now add the resistance of the right arm right away. So you're going to pull with the right, but resist with the left. Good. Pull with the right. I think I just confused the arm. So now pull with the right, resist with the left. This is correct. The first one was incorrect. One more time. Pull with the left, resist with the right. Find that side bend. Pull with the right, resist with the left. Good. And then lower the dowel again. Find some shoulder circles. Nice job. Bring the dowel behind the back. Palms of the hands are going to face away from you. Lift and lower the dowel here. Good. For the first few rounds, don't worry about anything else, just exploring the lifting and lowering of the arms. As you lift the arms behind the back, do you sense that the chest opens? Can you resist that? No? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So again, we're just finding a little bit of resistance in the opposing part of the body, and it changes the movement a little bit. It's going to change sensation. It changes your range. Good. And now let go of that resistance. Lift and lower the arms. So now notice as you lift and lower the arms, the shoulder blades squeeze together. So I'm just going to cue it a little bit differently, but the movement is similar. Lift and lower the arms without letting the shoulder blades squeeze. Same as maintaining the resistance in the chest. Good. Lower the dowel, bring it in front of you, hands nice and wide. Lift and lower here. You may notice you've got a little bit more space. You can tip to one side or the other. You can circle here. Good. Just moving in a way that feels good, that feels interesting. Very nice job. We're going to lower the dowel to the floor and sit. Good. Coming towards the front of the chair, so the soles of the feet can be on the chair. For those of you who are a little bit taller, you may want to sit up higher. Those of us who are shorter in stature, the seat is fine, but the longer the legs are, the more space you may find you're going to need. So with hands on thighs, sit up nice and tall. We're just going to start with the head. So tuck the chin and lift the chin. You're trying to move the head at the neck, trying to keep the rest of the body as still as possible. Exploring sensation. Good. And then pause. Bring the head to neutral. You're going to turn the head to the left and then forward and to the right. Good. Continuing on your own. Again, trying to move the head independently. Keeping the shoulders, the torso as still as possible. Sometimes you will recognize that the torso is moving when you feel pressure change of the hands on the thighs. Good. And then gazing forward. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Good. Lift right ear to right shoulder. Nice job. Again, if you feel the pressure of the change of the hands on the thighs, that may be an indication that you are not just moving the head at the neck, but you are beginning to move the whole body. And this is really, really hard to stabilize the body and move the head at the neck. So you're just doing the best you can. The next time the head drops to the left, you're going to pause, let the chin drop to the chest, swing the right ear to the right shoulder, and then reverse the direction. Good. Perhaps finding a gazing point in front of you, which may help prevent the head from kind of rotating. Good. One more time to the right. Swing the head to the left and then bring it back up. Very good work. From here, tuck the chin, round the spine. Let the hands glide forward, moving towards your cat shape, rounded spine. Pull the elbows back, the chest moves forward, the gaze lifts. Good. Do it again. Moving on your own. Breathing through the nose. Avoiding 100% effort. So maybe 75, 80% effort, but just working through a range that feels relatively easy. As you're ready, you're going to pause in your rounded spine. Allow the fingertips to reach down towards the floor, going into as deep of a forward fold as you choose, pushing through the feet to come back up. Take a few rounds like that. Try to keep the spine flexed, this rounded spine the whole time. If there is a sensation that feels interesting, that feels productive, please feel free to pause and breathe. Good. The next time you come up, return to neutral, stacking the vertebra with hands on thighs. As you're ready, you're going to turn the head to the left, draw your left elbow back, reach your right hand forward, rotating through the torso. Initiate the movement with the head. The head turns to the right hand draws back. Try to keep the hands on the thighs. Continue on your own. Again, if there is a sensation that feels interesting, please feel free to explore. Can you add some rotation through the pelvis? So as you rotate to the left, pull your left hip crease back as your right knee reaches forward. And then gaze forward to the right. Pull your right hip crease back as your left knee reaches forward. Take a few more rounds on your own. Good. One more time to the left. One more time to the right. And then gazing forward, we pause. Very nice. Release the hands. The left ear is going to drop to the left shoulder. Let your left fingertips reach down to the floor. Take a side bend. Good. Reach through the right fingertips to come back up. The head kind of bobbles at the top. Reach through right fingertips. Continue on your own. As you move here, notice if the opposite sits bone starts to lift off the floor. So as you tip to the left, does your right sits bone begin to hover off the chair? As you tip to the right, maybe your left sits bone hovers. For the next few rounds, really stabilize, really connect the opposite sits bone to the chair. Trying to keep the pelvis as still, as neutral as possible. The next time you tip to the left, you're going to pause. The left arm is heavy. Can you circle your right shoulder? Reverse the direction. Heavy your right sits bone down, trying to get more space on right side body. Reach your right fingertips down, pull yourself up, the head bobbles at the top. Right fingertips reach down, heavy the left sits bone, circle the left shoulder. Good, reverse the direction. Reach your left fingertips down, coming back up, return the hands to the thighs. Take a few moments to breathe here. If you need to move a little bit, you're welcome to. Very nice. As you're ready, you're going to slide your left foot forward and then pull your left foot back. Sasha, you may want to grab a set of socks. They're under the eye bags. Good. For the first few rounds, we keep the toes curled, trying to stretch the sole of the foot. And then you can flip to the top of the foot. Point the toes behind you. Good. And this is where, those of you who have longer legs, if you elevate yourself, you create a bit more space. Good. The next time you reach the left foot forward, you're going to pause, circle the foot at the ankle. Can you keep the leg still? So you can kind of watch the knee, reverse the direction when you're ready. You can use your hands to provide some tactile input. It's going to limit your range. So you're just doing the best you can with the tools you have. Good. Bring the ball of the foot to the floor. Pull back. This time keep the heel on the ground and push forward. Good. Lot of sensation here. This is how we improve our dorsiflexion. That's the flexion of the foot that helps us, it helps to improve our squats. The next time you pull your heel back, you're going to pause, sit up nice and tall, push the left heel down into the floor. You can let the right foot slide forward. You're going to lift the toes of your left foot off the floor and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. You can slide that left leg forward, shake it out. Left foot comes down. We take the second side, reach through the foot and pull back. For the first few rounds, keep the toes curled. So you have an opportunity to stretch the sole of the foot. I always feel a little bit more in the quadricep here as well, the top of the thigh, the front of the thigh. And then flip to the top of the foot. And this is a challenge if you've got some foot issues. So you're just doing the best you can, not expecting it to be easy or perfect. Good. Reach the foot forward, circle the foot at the ankle. Good. So try to keep the leg as still as possible. Reverse the direction. Trying to improve the control of your foot and strengthen the ankle. Good. Bring the ball of the foot to the floor, pull back, and push forward. Keep the heel on the ground. Setting the left foot so the left sole of foot is also grounded, and you can use that to help stabilize you. Good. The next time you pull your heel back, you're going to pause. Press your heel into the floor, get a little taller, and then lift the toes and lower the toes of just the right foot. Good work. The left foot's going to want to help. So you've got to kind of direct your attention. Good. Lift the toes and lower the toes, and then you can push the foot forward and shake it out. Nice job. Grab your dowels. Steve, are your dowels of the same circumference, radius? Yeah, okay, great. I make sure that I choose 2 dowels with the same color feet. Yeah, because some of the dowels are 1 inch and some of the dowels are 3/4 of an inch, or maybe they're 1 inch and 1.5 inches. You can feel it in your hands. Yeah, yeah, the 2 of you can. There you go. Shennis, you've got two grays there. Do they feel different in your hands? Oh, no, no, no. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I don't quite know what the green means. I did not do the green. The green. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. It's the feet, the gray or black feet. Good. Yeah. Okay. We all started to tip forward, but we're going to stop. So, yeah. I was watching Mary. Mary's in charge. So I want you to I want you to set yourself up with the soles of the feet on the floor with the heels directly underneath the knees. So you're creating a 90-degree angle. From here, you can tip forward and then come back up. And I'd like for you to notice that your weight is really in your pelvis. It's on the seat right now. If you were to stand, you'd have to like really kind of launch yourself off the chair. You'd need, yeah, a lot of effort, okay? So when you're ready, you're gonna reset the feet so that you can stand with relative ease. Good. That's it. Good. Reach your hands forward. Let's move this out of the way. The further forward the dowels are, we can then straighten the elbows, and you're not using, yeah, the arms and the biceps. You can use the full length of the arms. Good. For the next few rounds, use the dowels more than you need. So you're kind of bringing more weight into the arms as you push down and you sit. Good. The next time you stand, pause. You're going to sit to hover off the chair and pause. Holding here for 3, 2, we'll stand on 1. Good. We're going to do it again. Reach forward, bend the knees. Hover for 3, 2, stand on 1. Nice job. Last time. Hover for 3, 2, sit on 1. Very nice. Good work. Hinge forward, push down. Hover for 3, 2, sit on 1. Very good. Hinge forward, hover for 3, 2, sit on 1. Nice job. Last time. Hover for 3, 2, stand on 1. Very nice job. When you arrive, you can take a little bit of movement, shifting from side to side. We're going to do a little bit of balance work here. You can use the dowels. If balance is not a concern, feel free to place the dowels on the chair or on the floor. As you're ready, just shifting forward and back, rocking on the feet. Can you articulate the feet? You're welcome to change your mind about the use of the dowels at any point in time. As you rock towards the balls of the feet, maybe you hover the heels. As you rock to the heels, hover the balls of the feet. The softer you can keep the body, the easier it is to balance. If you start to over contract and harden the muscles, it becomes harder to catch yourself. Good. The next time you shift to the balls of the feet, you're going to pause, hover the heels off the floor. Good. Just hover. Maybe the heels even touch. You can feel the floor under the flesh of the heels, but all of your weight is in the balls of the feet. Good. And now shift back to your heels. Good. Can you hover the balls of the feet? So again, I can feel the floor underneath my feet, but all of my weight is shifted back into the heels. Good. Shift to the balls of the feet, hover the heels. Shift to the heels, hover the balls of the feet. We're going to do that a few more times. Notice what happens with the hips and the pelvis as you shift forward and shift back. Good. Bring the balls of the feet to the floor. Start to rock from side to side. Sometimes I will ask you to notice, and it's not necessarily because there is a right way or there is something that you should absolutely feel. I want you to notice what you feel. Good. Let's start to find the edges of the feet. So as you shift to the right, you find the outside edge of the right foot, the inside edge of the left. And then outside edge of left, inside edge of right. Good. Try to keep the heels on the floor so you're really rocking on the ankles. Not easy. Good. Shift to the right, circle around the edges of the feet. This kind of ankle work is really, really important in this setting because we can controlling the environment, reverse the direction when you're ready. We strengthen the ankle so when you're out there in the world and you accidentally step off a curb and you're unprepared, the ankles are prepared. They can support your weight. Good. Find your right edges and pause. Push through the outside edge of the right foot to shift to the left. Push through the outside edge of the left foot to shift to the right. Do it again. Push and push. Now we're going to pull. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Can you pull yourself to the left? And pull yourself to the right. If this is new to you, if you've never done this before, it is hard work. The brain gets confused. But there are some folks in this room who've been doing this for months and years, and it gets easier. Good. And there's some are still confused. Good. Reach the dowels out in front of you again. You can lose the dowels if you want to do this dowel free. We're going to bend the knees and stand without sitting. Good. Bend the knees as much as you can. And then bend the knees and pause. You can use the dowels or bring the hands to the thighs. You're going to circle the knees. First in one direction, and then reverse the direction. Good. Push through the feet. Shift your weight into your right foot. You're going to circle your left knee. Keep the left sole of foot on the floor. So other parts of the body have to compensate. It has to move, yeah, to reverse the direction. So you start to notice, well, the right leg is rotating. The pelvis is rotating a little bit. Good. Shift your weight into the left foot. Circle your right knee. Good. Reverse the direction. Good. And then pause. Holding onto the dowels if you need. Let the eyes close. Standing with as little effort as possible. Breathing here. Very nice. As you're ready, the eyes open. We're going to sit. You will need one dowel and your strap. You're going to bring the strap, the buckled end around the top of your dowel, and then tighten it so it does not slide. You're going to have the dowel in your right hand, reaching it forward. The dowel is kind of right in front of the right foot. The left hand is going to reach across, almost right to the buckle. So both arms are pretty straight. We're going to do some isometric contractions. An isometric contraction is when you engage the muscles, but there's no movement involved. So you're going to push with your right hand. You're going to pull, so hold, grab up high. You're pulling with your left, but the hand doesn't move. So push with the right, pull with the left, get nice and tall. Allow the shoulders to drop. Good, and release. Very nice job. You're going to let the hand slide down about 10 inches. The elbow is going to open out to the side. This is going to change the sensation in the body. Same action. Push and pull. Get nice and tall. Try not to let the shoulders sneak up. Can you do this action from the back body and not the neck? Good. And release. One more. You're going to slide the hand down to the shoulder. The elbow is reaching behind you. Good. So point the elbow straight back. There you go. Sit up nice and tall. Push with the right, pull with the left. Your right shoulder blade, you should feel it moving away from the spine. Your left shoulder blade is squeezing in. So your right shoulder is protracted. Your left shoulder is retracted. And release. Good work. Now the hand is going to slide. So push with the right, start to pull with the left, slide the hand back. Don't give yourself a rope burn. And release. Good work. We're going to do it again. Push and pull. The effort on both sides is going to change as you pull back. Push. Can you feel your left shoulder blade start to squeeze in? Nice job. Last time. Push and pull. We're going to pause here. Start to rotate to the left and then tip forward. Push down with the right hand to come back up. Take that a few times. You're pulling your left hand to your left shoulder. Your left elbow is reaching to the back of the room. Lift the shoulder. Lift the elbow. Yeah, to soften the shoulder. One more time. Let's hinge forward and pause. Push with the right, pull with the left, breathing here. And release. Very nice job. Coming back up, you can circle through the shoulders a little bit. We will switch sides. The dowel is in front of the left foot, holding with the left hand, push with the left, pull with the right, get nice and tall. Good work. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So this isometric contraction. Nice job. And then release. Good work. Slide the hand down about 10 inches. Sensation is going to change a little bit. Push and pull. Pull the hand in towards the body a little bit. The elbow lifts, but the shoulder drops. Nice and tall here. Draw the spine in. Good work. And release. Last one. Slide the hand down. So now the hand is close to the shoulder. The elbow is still lifted. Push and pull. Get nice and tall. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Good. And release. You're going to reach forward. Grab the strap, slide it back. Nice job. Nice and tall here. Release. Do it again. Reach forward and pull back. Reach forward and pull back. Do you feel the right shoulder blade squeezing in as you draw back? One last time. Reach forward and pull back. You're going to pause, push, and now hinge forward. Come back up. Start to rotate to the right as you hinge forward. You're using the right arm to create some resistance. Push the left hand down. The next time you hinge forward, you're going to pause. You are reaching with the left fist and pushing down. And that's going to increase the sensation on the left side. Good. Push down to come back up. Nice work. Remove the strap. Hold the dowel nice and wide. Lift and lower the arms. Notice if you've got a little bit more space here. Good. Beautiful. One more. Good. Bring the dowel in front of you. Slide the hands a little bit closer together. You're going to grip the dowel with some effort. Straight elbows. Sit up nice and tall. Pull the fists back. Press the backs of the hands forward. And then reverse it. Push the heels of the hands forward. Good. So this is wrist flexion. This is wrist extension. When we flex the wrist, we stretch the top of the forearms. You're contracting the bottom of the forearms. And then when you extend, you're you're contracting the top of the forearms. You are stretching the bottom of the forearms. One more time. Good. Bring the wrist to neutral, which means you are neither flexing nor extending. You're going to reach out through your index finger and then just circle. Take it circles with the index finger. Keep the elbows straight. Keep the wrists as still as possible. Reverse the direction, sitting up nice and tall. Good. And then wrap your index finger. Reach out through the middle finger. Can you circle the middle finger without moving the other fingers? I'm actually using my thumb to hold my index finger in place. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but that's okay. Good. Watch those pinkies. Good. Wrap the middle finger. I find this to be the hardest, so good luck. I'm using my thumb to hold my index finger and my middle finger. I'm trying to reach through my ring finger. And I can't circle here, so I'm just going to try and reach through the ring finger and then I wrap it. That's all I'm going to do. That is my current exercise. Can you move the ring finger without the pinky? So you've got to wrap the pinky and then just check in with your wrists. So the wrists neutral, are the elbows straight? Good. Wrap the ring finger. We're going to let that go. Reach out through the pinky. This may be easier. Some people find the pinky harder. So I'm going to reach and circle. Check in with your arms. Have the elbows and the wrists gotten soft? So the rest of the arms nice and strong. Reverse the direction. Good. And then wrap the fingers. Pull the hands apart. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift and lower here. Good. Does your chest open and your ribs move forward as you lift the arms? How do you contain front body? Can we isolate this movement just in the arms and shoulders? Good. Push the arms forward and pause, pulling your hands apart. Bend the elbows, pull the dowel into the chest, and push away. Good. Exaggerate the movement of the shoulder blades as you pull back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. As you push away, spread the shoulder blades. Good. Push away and pause. Lift the arms above the head. You may want to slide your hands apart here. For the first few rounds, you're going to pull the dowel down in front of the face and push up. As you pull down, the shoulders lower. As you push up, the shoulders lift. If it's available to you, you are welcome to bring the dowel behind the back of the head. You can try it and change your mind. Try to keep the head as still as possible. If that's not working for you, then just bring it in front of the face. Good. Push up and lower. With the dowel on the thighs, find your shoulder circles. Keep the elbows straight here so the dowel is going to slide. Reverse the direction. Good. This is hard. Nice job. Pausing, reaching the arms forward. You're going to have to reset your feet in a moment. You're going to hinge forward and come back. You're trying to keep the dowel parallel to the floor the whole time. If it's available to you, you may have to reset the feet. When it's available to you, you're going to hinge forward and stand and sit. Good. Can you recruit the muscles of the arms to help you? Good work. For the final few rounds, I'd like for you to just slow down your descent. Good. Landing as quietly as possible. Good. You're going to stand and stay and rest. Nope, change your mind. Didn't want to ask a question? Okay. Good. We don't have to. Yeah. How do you do that? So the idea, it's very hard. The idea is, how do you recruit other parts of the body to help in the movement that you're doing? And when we weight train, I'll say it all the time, that I want you to recruit the legs to do an arm movement, because oftentimes people are kind of wobbly and they're trying to move. And if we recruit the legs, we can move more with the arms. We can lift heavier. So if you recruit the arms in this position, I mean, I observed it. I saw that there are people who have a hard time. So let's do it. Just have the dowel heavy, or put the dowel on the floor. Take a few rounds where you sit and stand, and you're not using the arms at all. And you may find, not that it's impossible to sit and stand, but that it's harder to control the movement, the full range of the movement. And as you start to add the effort in the arms, I see it right away. Like, people are just, you've got more control over your body. Balance, yeah. So there's so much. Stand and stay. So this isn't to say that when you're out in the world, you always need to have a dowel with you to sit and stand. That's unlikely. That is not a reasonable request. But we practice it here. We figure out, we give the body an opportunity to figure out how to recruit other muscles when we're moving around. Not 100% effort, maybe not even 50% effort, but just enough to make what we're doing a little bit easier. Let's bring the dowel into the left hand. You're going to swing your right foot forward and then just rock forward and back. And I'd like for you to shift into your right foot to lift the left. Good. Shift into the left and lift the right. So you have an opportunity to balance on either end. Good. And we're trying to articulate the feet. So as the right heel comes down, really roll to the ball of the foot. And then the left ball of foot comes down and you roll to the heel. Good. Step into the left foot. Your right heel is going to be on the floor. Where the dowel is up to you. I'm going to move it out to the side so folks at home can kind of see what I'm doing. With the right heel on the ground, you're going to internally and externally rotate the right leg. Good. Try to move from the head of the femur in the hip socket. Keep the pelvis as still as possible. There you go. Good. So at this moment in time, the right leg is internally and externally rotating in the hip. And the right leg is moving. Now you're going to shift forward. Use the dowel as much as you need. Your left toes are on the floor. You can just tap. I want most of your weight in your right foot. You're going to push through the right foot. The pelvis rotates to the left. Pull through the right foot to rotate the pelvis forward and maybe to the right. Take a few rounds. Your body is doing the exact same thing. The right leg is internally and externally rotating in the right hip socket. But in this version, the pelvis moves, the leg is still. Good. Facing forward. Remain on your left toes. In fact, just do that tap again. You're going to bend your right knee and extend. We're going to do a few rounds. You're going to get a little bit tired. Good. One more. And stand. Shift back. Step your right foot back, switching sides. So swing your left foot forward, rock forward and back. Perhaps balancing. Yep. Steve, just bring the dowel into your other hand. Yeah, there you go. It doesn't matter all that much. Sometimes it's a little bit easier here. Good. Really try to articulate. So you're going to pause on the front foot, pause on the back foot, but try to articulate the sole of the foot. Really find the bones. Good. Shift into your right foot. Your left heel is on the ground. You're going to internally and externally rotate the leg. Keep the pelvis as still as possible. Good work. Nice job. You're going to rock forward into the left foot. Take a moment, just tap the toes, and then with the right toes on the floor, push through the left foot, rotate. Good. So keep the left foot on the floor, and you're on your right toes. I confuse left and right, so that would confuse you. So push through your left foot to turn to the right, pull through the foot, maybe rotating to the left. Sounds like they've got tap shoes on. It's the Irish dance, yeah. They've got their good. And then pause facing forward, bend and extend. It's their dance camp week. They're right down the hall. Yeah, there's nothing upstairs. We are the top. Good, very nice. And then step back. Bring the dowel to the floor. Take a moment to sit, sliding towards the front of the chair. Find your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Sensing the soles of the feet on the floor. Where are the feet in contact? The heels, the balls of the feet. Becoming aware of the relationship between the knees and the feet. And can you sense it? If you need to look, feel free, but kind of in your mind's eye, you are drawing a shape of your own body, sensing the angles at the ankles and at the knees, and then bringing your attention to your femurs, your thighs. The relationship of the femurs to the knees, the relationship of the femurs to the floor. Are they parallel? Are they angled in a direction? There is no right way to do this. You are just becoming familiar with your own body in this particular chair. Sensing your pelvis. And you can sense the direction or the relationship between the pelvis and the chair based on where the sits bones are in contact with the chair. So you're welcome to rock a little bit, keeping the torso as still as possible, rocking just on the sits bones. So they're pelvic tilts, essentially, allowing yourself to rock to the front of the sits bones and then to the back of the sits bones. And then pause when you feel yourself perched on your sits bones. And we start to bring our attention to the spine. Sensing a slight arch in the low back. But not going too deeply into that arch. Can you inhale and breathe into back body? So the low back, the lumbar spine finds its natural state is a little bit of a concave curve. But as you bring your attention up to the rib cage, the thoracic spine, there's a bit of a convex curve on back body. And you're not going to lose that curve completely. In fact, you don't want to, but can you draw the spine forward to get a little bit taller? And the chest opens. Good. Breathing here. Recognizing that if you overwork in this position, you're not going to be able to hold on to it for very long. So you've got to manage, balance, effort, and ease. Taking another breath or two here. And then when you're ready, with any adjustment to your feet that you need, you're going to stand. So I pull the heels back, shift my weight forward, and stand. Very good work. Please move your chairs out of the way. You do not have to stack them at this moment in time. We're going to come to the floor. No, no blocks. I do this all the time. I ask you to have blocks and then we don't use them. But have your strap within reach distance. A strap is a good idea. So you'll lay on your blanket. If you need another blanket for your head, feel free to grab one, or any other prop. You can grab a pillow or a bolster. Yeah. So coming to the floor. I think we're going to start with sliding the feet. So yeah, turn yourself head that way, feet towards me. So in the room, in order to slide the feet, you don't want the feet on the blanket itself, but close enough. You got it? Okay. So let's uh, start by bending both knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. You may want to have your left foot on the blanket and your right foot is going to be on the wooden floor if you're in the room with us. You're going to slide your right foot away and then pull the right foot back in. Take a few rounds like that. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. And when you first arrive, noticing the impact. So the left sole of foot is on the floor. Yep. And then the right foot is going to slide away and pull it back in. And bring your left foot to the blanket so it doesn't slide. Yeah, just lift your heel. Very good. Good, good, good. So for the first few rounds, becoming aware of the impact the sliding foot has on the body. So what happens, what is happening with the pelvis and the spine as you slide the foot away? Do you feel your low back lifting away from the floor? How do you resist that? The next time you slide the right foot away, you're going to pause in this position, internally and externally rotate the right leg. Keeping the pelvis as still as possible, trying to isolate the movement. And then when you're ready, reset the right sole of foot on the floor. We're going to just take the second side, slide your left heel away and pull your left foot back in. For the first few rounds, noticing the impact this movement has on the body. And then trying to reduce the impact, limit the impact. Good. Slide your left heel away and pause. Internally and externally rotate the left leg. Good. Pull the left heel back in. Reset the sole of the foot on the floor. Step your feet wide. Just let your knees rock from side to side. Reaching the arms out like a T with the backs of the hands out on the floor. Continue to let the knees rock. Allowing for rotation here. You can turn the head in the same direction as the legs. You can turn the head in the opposite direction. And then we'll pause, reset the left sole of foot on the floor. Either clasp the hands behind the back of the right leg, behind the back of the right leg, so soles of the feet are on the floor. Right, you can also use the strap around the back of the right leg. You're going to bend and extend the right leg. To the ceiling. Yep, so the hands or the strap are behind the back of the right leg. There you go. So let go for just a minute. This hand is going to be here, so you don't have to work quite as hard. Good. And then bring this hand a little bit closer to the leg. Yeah, there you go. Good. So bend your right knee and extend it. Take a few rounds. You can pause in this hamstring stretch, reaching the right heel to the ceiling. Press the leg into the hands. You can keep the left sole of foot on the floor or reach the left heel away. Try to maintain neutral spine as you breathe. Rebend both knees, crossing the right ankle over the left leg. Let the knees rock from side to side. We will take that sequence on the second side. So extend the left leg to the ceiling, either clasping the hands behind the back of the leg, or you can use a strap behind the back of the leg. You're going to bend and extend the left knee. Yeah. And then feel free to pause, reaching the left heel to the ceiling. You can keep the right sole of foot on the floor, or you can slide your right leg away.